Seattle's grey skies had always felt like a blanket over my life, soft and suffocating, wrapping around the edges of who I was without ever letting the sun pierce through. I was Maximus Hale, 28, the quiet graphic designer who spent his days tweaking logos for tech startups in Capitol Hill, nights scrolling through grindry profiles I never swiped on. My sister Elena called me her reliable rock, the one who fixed her car when it sputtered on rainy commutes, who hosted awkward family dinners in my loft to keep Mom from nagging about her wild phase. Elena was 30, all fire and freckles, a barista with dreams of opening her own coffee shop in Fremont. She'd been dating Jordan for 6 months, Jordan Reyes, the charming architect with the easy smile and eyes like polished oak, who made her glow in ways I'd only seen in movies. That text hit me at 7:42 p.m. on a Thursday, right as I was nursing a beer and sketching aimless lines on my tablet. Jordan and I weren't close, not really. We'd met at one of Elena's gallery openings, some indie art thing in Pioneer Square where he was networking for a condo project. He shook my hand firm, said, "Maximus? Cool name." Like a gladiator, and I laughed too hard, my cheeks burning under the string lights. Since then, it was polite nods at pickups, a shared Uber once when Elena flaked on a hike up to Discovery Park. But there was something in the way he looked at me sometimes, a flicker, like he was reading a book he wasn't supposed to touch. I drove through the downpour, wipers slapping rhythmically, my mind racing ahead. What could it be about Elena? She'd been distant lately, buried in double shifts, but happy, gushing about Jordan's latest blueprint over FaceTime, how he sketched their future house on napkins. My gut twisted. Was this a breakup? Did he need advice on letting her down easy? God, I hoped so, because the alternative, the one where he poured out his soul and I had to pretend I didn't crave every word, terrified me. His place was in Ballard, a converted warehouse with exposed brick and those industrial windows that let in the sound's moody blues. He buzzed me up, and when the door swung open, there he was, shirtless in sweatpants, hair damp from a shower, a towel slung over his shoulder. The air smelled like cedar soap and takeout Thai. "Max," he said, voice rough, stepping aside. "Thanks for coming." I didn't know who else. I shrugged off my wet jacket, hanging it on the hook by the door, trying not to stare at the V of his hips or the tattoo snaking up his ribs, a compass rose, pointing nowhere. "What's up? Elena okay?" My voice came out steadier than I felt. He ran a hand through his hair, pacing to the kitchen island cluttered with blueprints and empty beer bottles. "She's fine. I think. But I can't do this anymore." He poured 2 glasses of bourbon, neat, sliding one my way. Our fingers brushed, and electricity shot up my arm. He didn't pull back. "Do what?" I sipped, the burn grounding me. The loft was all clean lines and warmth, leather couch facing a massive TV paused on some documentary about bridges, bookshelves crammed with architecture tomes and dog-eared sci-fi. A photo of him and Elena grinned from the fridge, her arm looped around his waist. "Pretend." He leaned against the counter, eyes locking on mine. "With her. With everyone. Max, I'm gay. Or bi, or whatever the hell label fits. But I like guys. I've known since college, buried it under frat parties and hookups that meant nothing. Elena's amazing, but every time I kiss her, I think of..." He trailed off, swallowing hard. "I think of what I'm missing. What I can't give her." The room tilted. My glass froze halfway to my lips. This was it, the confession that shattered the fragile normalcy I'd built. Part of me wanted to bolt, to spare us both the fallout. But another part, the one that had memorized the curve of his laugh lines, leaned in. "Jordan, shit. Why me? Why now? Because you're the only one who sees me. Really sees. That night at the gallery, you didn't bullshit. You asked about the tattoo, why a compass if I'm building roots here?" He laughed bitterly, setting his glass down. "Elena thinks it's romantic. You knew it was about running." I remembered. The ink was fresh then, skin still pink around the edges. I traced it with my eyes, wondering what direction he'd point if he could. So what do you want from me? Advice on coming out? On breaking her heart? He crossed the room in 2 strides, close enough I could feel his heat. Help me figure out how to not destroy everything. How to be honest without losing. Us. All of us. His hand hovered near my arm, then dropped. And yeah, maybe more. God, Max, I've wanted to say it for months. My pulse thundered. This was wrong. Elena was family, the sister who'd held me through my own closeted tears at 16, when Dad walked out and Mom pretended it was fine. But Jordan's gaze stripped me bare, hazel depths pulling like the tide. I set my glass down, stepping closer. You can't just drop this and expect me to fix it. This isn't a blueprint you erase and redraw. I know. His voice cracked. But if I don't, I'll drown in it. We talked for hours, bourbon loosening tongues. He spilled about college, hookups in dorms that left him hollow, the architect internship where his mentor clocked him and warned, don't let it derail you, kid. Elena was his safe harbor, the girl who fit the script. But me? I was the glitch, the late-night texts about design inspo that veered into personal, the shared playlists of indie folk that hid our rhythms. By midnight, the rain had eased to a drizzle. I stood to leave, but he caught my wrist. Stay. Just tonight. I can't be alone with this. Against every screaming instinct, I did. We crashed on the couch, a movie flickering ignored, some rom-com irony. His head on my shoulder, breath steadying into sleep. I lay awake, tracing the compass on his skin with my eyes, knowing dawn would bring the wreck. Morning light filtered grey through the blinds. Elena texted, brunch? Miss you both. Panic clawed my throat. Jordan stirred, eyes meeting mine with a mix of gratitude and fire. We tell her together, he murmured. But first. Thank you. His lips brushed my cheek, chaste, but it ignited everything. I pulled back, heart fracturing. We can't. Not yet. But as I drove home, the city blurring past, I knew the hook was set. One confession, and my world tilted toward him. The next week blurred in a haze of avoidance. Elena dragged me to her favorite spot in Queen Anne, a hole-in-the-wall cafe with mismatched mugs and scones that tasted like home. Jordan's being weird, she said, stirring her latte. Distracted. You notice? I forced a smile, buttering my croissant. Work stress. Projects piling up. Lies tasted like ash. Inside, guilt warred with want, the memory of his weight against me, the unspoken promise in his touch. That night, he showed up at my door, soaked from the ferry ride over. I broke it off with her. Gently. Said I needed space to sort my head. His eyes searched mine, vulnerable. She cried. Hates me. But it's done. Relief flooded me, chased by horror. Jesus, Jordan. What now? Now. He stepped inside, dripping on my rug. We see what this is. If you'll let me. I should have shut the door. Instead, I pulled him close, our mouths crashing in a kiss that tasted of rain and reckoning. His hands fisted my shirt, body pressing urgent, like he'd been starving. We stumbled to the bedroom, clothes shedding like old skins. His skin was warm, mapped with freckles I explored with lips and fingers, the compass guiding my path down his chest. He gasped my name, Max, as I took him in, slow and reverent, the world narrowing to his arch, his pleas. After, tangled in sheets, he traced my jaw. I've never felt this. Right. But right never lasted in my stories. Elena called at dawn, voice shattered. What did you do? He said. Oh God, Max, did you know? I lied again. No. I'm coming over. The drive to her place in Wallingford was a funeral march. She opened the door red-eyed, hugging me fierce. He said he's seeing someone else. A guy? How? Why didn't he tell me? I held her, rocking like when we were kids, her tears soaking my shirt. People hide, to protect. Or to survive. She pulled back, searching my face. You okay? You look wrecked. Fine, I whispered. Just hate seeing you hurt. But as I left, Jordan's text buzzed, miss you already. The divide widened, a chasm I leaped into blind. Weeks turned to a fever dream. Jordan and I stole moments, coffee runs in hidden corners of Pike Place, where tourists masked our whispers, hikes in the Olympics where pines swallowed our moans against tree trunks. He was all contrasts, confident in boardrooms, tender in my arms, whispering architecture of our future, a house with a studio for my designs, views of the Sound. Build it with me, he'd say, fingers interlaced. Elena healed slow, throwing herself into work, dating a drummer who smelled like patchouli. Family dinners skipped me, tension thick as fog. Mom cornered me once, your sister's strong, but this. It's like losing a piece of the dream. I nodded, silent, the piece she'd lost now fitting into my puzzle. Then the first crack, Jordan's ex, Theo, surfaced. A sleek lawyer from his San Francisco days, all sharp suits and sharper words. He emailed blueprints, collabs on a project, and Jordan lit up, nostalgic. He gets the chaos, he told me over wine. Like you do. Jealousy coiled, but I swallowed it. Good. Network. But Theo came to town, dinners turning to drinks, my texts unanswered till 2 a.m. Sorry, lost track. I paced my loft, rain mocking me, imagining their hands brushing over schematics. The night it broke, Elena invited us both to her birthday, neutral ground, she said, for closure. Jordan hesitated, but I pushed. Face it. We're adults. The party was at a rooftop in Belltown, city lights sprawling like veins. Elena laughed too loud, Jordan too stiff. Theo crashed, uninvited, all charm. Maximus? The brother. Heard so much. His grip lingered. By midnight, Jordan vanished to the balcony. I found him with Theo, heads close, laughter low. Something snapped. I stormed out, hailing a cab through tears. His call came at home, it was nothing. Old habits. Nothing? I yelled, voice breaking. You're flirting while I'm dying inside. Silence, then, I don't know how to do this. I'm scared. Scared of what? Me? Us? Of losing you. Of this being real. We hung up fractured. Days bled into silence. Elena texted, saw Jordan with that guy. Karma. Guilt crushed me. I'd stolen her light, now dimming my own. Healing started small, a sketchbook filled with raw lines, therapy sessions where I admitted, I love him. But it's poison. My therapist, a soft-spoken woman named Lila, nodded. Love isn't poison, maximum fear is. Jordan showed up a week later, eyes hollow. Theo was a mistake. A reflex. I choose you. We rebuilt tentative, movie nights quoting lines from old queer films, walks along Alki Beach where waves whispered forgiveness. But shadows lingered, Elena's frost, my doubts. Then the storm hit. Mom's cancer diagnosis, stage 3, pancreatic. The call came mid-kiss, Jordan's lips on my neck. World stopped. Hospital waits in Tacoma blurred, sterile halls, Elena's hand in mine, Jordan fetching coffees like a ghost. We're family now, he said, but his eyes darted, phone buzzing with Theo's name. One night, Elena cornered him in the lounge. You broke me for this? For him? Voices rose, I intervened too late. She turned on me, you knew. All along. My brother, my betrayer. I crumbled. I didn't mean to hurt you. Everyone hurts, she spat. But you chose him over blood. Jordan pulled me away, but the damage rooted deep. The hospital air clung like damp wool, heavy with antiseptic and unspoken accusations. Mom lay in her bed, frail under the fluorescent hum, her once vibrant curls now limp against the pillow. Elena and I flanked her, a fractured trinity, while Jordan hovered in the doorway like he didn't belong, which, in her eyes, he didn't. "Maxie," Mom rasped, squeezing my hand, "you look like hell. Eat something." Her humor was the only light in the room, a flickering bulb against the encroaching dark. Elena shot me a glare over the bedrail, her makeup smudged from tears she wouldn't admit to. We'd barely spoken since the blow-up, our sibling bond strained to threads. Jordan had tried bridging, flowers for her, apologies in voicemails, but she deleted them unread. His poison, she'd hissed to Mom earlier, thinking I couldn't hear. Mom, ever the peacemaker, just patted her knee. "Love's messy, kiddo. Always has been." After visiting hours, Jordan drove me home, the Tacoma Narrows Bridge swaying under us like it might snap. "She'll come around," he said, hand on my thigh. But his touch felt obligatory, the warmth dimmed. At my place, we collapsed onto the couch, takeout untouched. "Tell me about Theo," I said finally, the name a splinter I couldn't ignore. He sighed, rubbing his temples. "Ancient history. We met in undergrad, architecture club. He was out, proud, dragged me to my first pride. But he wanted the life, rings, picket fences. I wasn't ready. Ghosted him when I moved north. And now? Now? He's circling because he smells blood. My career's peaking, Elena's drama's public. Easy target." I nodded, but doubt festered. That night, sex was mechanical, bodies moving through motions, his moans forced. Afterward, he slept, I stared at the ceiling, rain pattering like fingers tapping secrets. Mornings blurred into routine, chemo runs, Mom's weak jokes, Elena's icy silences. Jordan threw himself into work, late nights on a high-rise bid, coming home smelling of sawdust and scotch. "Big break," he'd say, pecking my cheek. But his phone stayed face down, notifications silenced. One evening, post-treatment, Mom rallied enough for a family dinner at her bungalow in West Seattle. Elena arrived with the drummer, Rory, all tattoos and easy grins, defiance in her posture. Jordan brought wine, Elena's favorite Pinot. Tense civility reigned, small talk about weather, Mom's garden gnomes. After plates cleared, Mom raised her glass. "To us." Messy, but mine. We clinked, but Elena's eyes on Jordan burned. Later, washing dishes, she cornered me. "He's using you, maximum. To fill the void. When Mom's gone. Don't." I gripped the sponge, suds foaming like rage. "He's trying." "Trying what?" "To play house while you pine." Her voice dropped. "I see how you look at him. Like his oxygen. But love like that's a trap." I dried my hands, trembling. "And yours with Rory?" "Rebound City." She flinched. "At least I'm not screwing family." The slap of words echoed. Mom called from the living room, "Girls?" Her old joke for us bickering boys. We emerged, masks on. Driving home, Jordan was quiet. "She hates me. She hates the pain. Not you." But in bed, he's back to me. I wondered if the hate had seeped in. The bid came through, Jordan's firm won the contract, a gleaming tower in downtown. Celebration dinner at Carnley's, overlooking the lights. He toasted to new heights. His foot nudged mine under the table, a spark. But midway, his phone lit up, "Theo." "Client call," he muttered, stepping out. 10 minutes stretched, I nursed my whiskey, paranoia brewing. He returned flushed. "Everything good?" "Fine." "Lie." Back home, buzzed, we tumbled into passion, raw, reclaiming. His body over mine, thrusts deep and desperate, nails raking my back. "You're mine," he growled, and I believed it, coming undone with his name on my lips. Dawn brought clarity, and his phone, open on the nightstand. Texts from Theo, missed you tonight. That spark's still there. Coffee tomorrow? Heart in throat, I deleted them, guilt twisting. Who was I becoming? Elena's the started small, a text about mom's meds, pick up if you can. I did, and we met at the pharmacy, awkward hug. Sorry for the other night, she said. Grief's a bitch. Forgive me? I asked. Working on it. Over coffee, she opened up, Rory was fun, but hollow, Jordan's exit had cracked her trust. But you deserve real. I think I have it. Her smile was sad. Hope so. Jordan's absences grew, site visits, Theo, consulting on designs. I buried in work, clients praising my emotional depth in logos, irony lost. Nights alone, I sketched him, compass wild, pointing to me. The confrontation brewed at mom's next checkup. Scan showed spread, prognosis dimmed. In the waiting room, Elena and I clung, Jordan late. Traffic, he texted. Theo arrived instead, suited, concerned. Heard about your mom. Sent me to check in. Elena's eyes narrowed, mine iced. Where is he? Meeting ran over. Theo's hand on my shoulder, comfort? Condolence? It burned. When Jordan finally showed, disheveled, I pulled him aside. Theo? Really? Professional, maximum swear. But his eye slid away, and the lie landed like a fracture. That night, alone in my loft, I packed a bag for mom's, space to breathe. Jordan called, don't do this. I love you. Love? I echoed, hollow. Or convenience? Silence, then, both. But mostly you. I hung up, tears hot. The rain laughed outside. Healing flickered in small acts, reading to mom from her dog-eared romances, Elena and I sharing smokes on her porch, reminiscing dad's bad jokes. Jordan sent flowers, notes, building our future. Wait for me. But waiting eroded. Theo's shadow loomed, LinkedIn updates of their collab, photos at industry mixers, arms slung casual. Elena's birthday loomed, a forced truce. She invited all, Rory, Jordan, even Theo as a friend. The venue, a cozy pub in Georgetown, fairy lights and craft beers. Jordan arrived solo, pulling me into a shadowed booth. Missed this. His kiss was fire, hands roaming. But across the room, Theo watched, smirk faint. Elena pulled me aside later. He's playing you. See it? I do, I admitted, gut churning. But leaving feels like failing. Failing who? Mom? Us? Yourself? Her words rooted as Jordan approached, Theo trailing. Toasts rang, but tension crackled. Midway, Jordan vanished, bathroom line, he said. I followed, finding him in the alley with Theo, lips locked, hands fisted in shirts. Time froze. I backed away, unseen, world crumbling. Home alone, sobs racked me. Elena's call, where are you? Party's weird without you. Coming, I lied, curling fetal. Dawn broke grey. Jordan's texts piled, where'd you go? Love you. Delete. Block. The end of us, also I thought. But endings in Seattle twist like fog, elusive, reforming. Mom's decline accelerated, hospice talks loomed. Elena and I tag-teamed, Jordan orbiting distant. He tried cornering me at the market, it was nothing. A slip. A slip. Laughter bitter. Like your texts. Your consults. His face crumpled. I'm broken, maximum running from feeling too much. Then run. But not to me. He left, shoulders slumped. Elena found me later, weeping in the garden. Let go, she whispered, holding tight. We heal together. First steps, deleting his number, sketching abstracts of pain, swirls of hazel regret. Therapy dug deeper, your worth isn't his choice. Mom rallied for a day, lucid and fierce. Boys, she said, us three around her bed, Elena, me, Rory hovering. Life's not straight lines. Curves, detours. Love the journey. Jordan called then, voice wrecked, can I see her? For you? I relented. He came, sat silent, holding her hand. Strong woman, he murmured. She winked. Strong son too. Don't forget. After, he lingered. I'm leaving the project. Theo's out. Starting fresh, for us. Temptation tugged, but resolve held. No. Learn alone first. He nodded, tears tracking. I will. And wait, if you'll let. Door closed, space breathed. Elena's forgiveness bloomed over shared caregiving, late-night confessions, laughter at Mom's quirks. Rory faded, she found footing in coffee dreams, barista shifts funding classes. My Design sold, a series on fractured horizons, galleries buzzing. Pride Month neared, rainbow flags whipping in wind, a reminder, visibility, not perfection. Jordan's texts resumed, sporadic, updates on solo hikes, a new tattoo, anchor, not compass. Grounding, he wrote. I replied once, good. Healing wasn't linear, nights of what IFS, days of forward. Mom slipped peaceful one eve, us holding her, Elena's head on my shoulder. Proud of you, her last whisper to me. Funeral reigned, fitting. Jordan came, back row, eyes meeting mine across graveside. No words, just nod. After, Elena hugged him brief. Hurt him again, I bury you. He laughed soft. Noted. Weeks later, a package, blueprints, our house, modified, studio intact. Note, when you're ready. No pressure. I traced lines, heart aching sweet. Ready? Not yet. But maybe soon. Seattle sun broke through, rare and golden. I walked the market, alive with possibility. Love, I learned, wasn't possession. It was release and return, if stars aligned. Grief wrapped around the days like ivy, choking but beautiful in its persistence. Mom's bungalow stood empty now, a husk of laughter and lemon bars, Elena and I sorting boxes under the slanted attic beams. Keep this, she asked, holding up Dad's old fishing hat, frayed brim evoking summers at Lake Sammamish we'd never revisit. Toss, I said, but my voice caught. We'd scattered her ashes in the sound, a boat ride at dusk with seals barking approval, her favorite jazz crooning from a portable speaker. Elena had sobbed then, raw and unfiltered, while I stood stoic, tears internal. Jordan had watched from shore, uninvited but present, a shadow in the marina's glow. Post-funeral, life stuttered forward. Elena dove into her coffee shop plan, leasing a spot in Ballard with a small inheritance, Mom's dream fund. Blackbin Haven, she named it, nodding to our childhood forts under kitchen tables. I designed the logo, swirling beans forming a heart, subtle rainbow fleck in the steam. Perfect, she said, hugging me fierce. You're my anchor, maximum. Work surged too, my fractured series caught a collector's eye, leading to a solo show at a Fremont gallery. Opening night buzzed, wine flows, critics murmuring visceral, old flames texting congrats I ignored. Jordan sent a card, knew you'd shine. Proud. No return address, but his script lingered on my fridge. Nights, the loft echoed lonely. I'd pour bourbon, sketch by window, rain tracing paths like veins. Therapy with Lila evolved, grief and love entwine, she'd say. Untangle gently. I journaled, pages of Jordan's laugh, his betrayal's sting, the quiet bloom of self. Elena's shop opened mid-July, 4th fireworks popping ironic over the harbor. She invited everyone, Rory as DJ, awkward ex-vibes diffused, locals from her barista days, even Mom's Bridge Club widows. I manned the door, tie-dye apron over jeans, greeting with forced cheer. Jordan arrived late, solo, in chinos and a linen shirt that hugged his frame just so. "Congrats to the boss," he said to Elena, handing a potted fern, symbolic roots. She accepted stiff. "Thanks. Coffee?" He nodded, eyes flicking to me. Heat flushed my neck. Throughout the night, he lingered peripheral, chatting patrons, sketching coasters with future builds. Once, our hands brushed at the espresso machine, spark jumped. "Looking good," he murmured. "You too." Barely audible. Midshift, Elena pulled me to the back. "He's here for you, idiot. Forgive already." "Not that simple." "Nothing is." She squeezed my arm. "But Mom would say, life's short. Brew the bold roast." Her words fermented as closing neared. Jordan helped stack chairs, muscles flexing under lights. "Walk you home?" he asked. Elena overheard, smirking. "Go. I'll lock up." The stroll through Ballard was summer soft, fireflies rare in the city, street lamps casting halos. We talked neutral, her shop's buzz, my show's sales, his new gig, sustainable homes in Oregon, a fresh start. "Less towers, more earth," he said. "Sounds right." Pause. "The anchor?" He touched his forearm, ink peeking from sleeve. "For staying. Learning." At my door, hesitation. "Coffee tomorrow?" Neutral ground. I nodded. "Yeah." Inside, heart raced. Sleep evaded, dreams tangled, his lips, Mom's wink, Elena's nod. Morning dawned crisp, Puget Sound glittering. We met at a hole-in-the-wall in Finney Ridge, sourdough and pour-overs, no pretension. He arrived with sketches, the house, updated, green roof, queer-friendly co-op vibes. "Not pressure," he said. "Just dreaming aloud." I flipped pages, throat tight. "Beautiful." "You are." Voice low. Our knees touched under table, neither moved. Conversation flowed cautious, his therapy, facing the runner in me, Theo's fade, blocked, done. My grief, Mom's absence is a room I can't furnish. He listened, hand covering mine. "You're furnishing it." Brave. Brave? Or foolish? The pull was magnetic, but scars itched. Weeks wove intimate, coffee to lunches, lunches to dinners at his revamped loft, now with plants and my prints on walls. Elena vetted, joining once, be good to him, she warned over pasta. Or else. He laughed. Promise. Reentry was slow, kisses tentative, bodies relearning trust. First night back in my bed, it was exploration, not conquest, fingers mapping freckles, mouth soft, whispers of slow. He came undone under me, vulnerable, eyes locked. "Love you," post-glow. "Love you too." Truth, earned. But conflict simmered external. Elena's shop thrived, but Rory resurfaced, jealous texts, showing drunk at closing. "Missed my girl," he slurred one night. She shut him down, but bruises lingered, men complicate. "Not all," I said, thinking Jordan's steady hand. Mom's estate settled, bungalow sold, proceeds split. Elena bought shop equity, I banked for travel, Italy, maybe, to sketch ruins. Jordan proposed tagging, our first adventure. Tempting, but, solo first. Then us. He nodded, understanding. Autumn crept, leaves turning crimson along the Burke-Gilman Trail. We biked Sundays, wind-whipping confessions. His past deepened, closeted teen in Spokane, Dad's toughen up echoing. Elena was escape, he admitted. You were awakening. Guilt pricked. Hurt her bad. Worse for you. He braked, pulling me close amid rustling maples. Forgive myself. Working on it. Elena's thought a full bloom, a sibling hike up Rattlesnake Ledge, views endless. You too. Solid, she asked, boots crunching gravel. Yeah. I grinned. Thanks to you. She linked arms. Family first. Always. But shadows loomed. Jordan's Oregon project demanded weeks away, prototype build in Bend. Video dates, he pleaded at send-off. Every night. Kiss lingering at SeaTac, travelers blurring past. Distance tested, calls crackled with want, texts heated. But Theo's ghost whispered, industry gossip via a mutual, Jordan's killing it. Theo's bitter, bad-mouthing. I brushed off, but seeds doubt. Mid-build, emergency, Elena's shop flooded, burst pipe, inventory ruined. I rallied, mopping at dawn, her tears mixing with suds. Everything under, she wailed. Jordan drove through night, arriving mud-splattered. Heard. Here to help. He coordinated contractors, sketched Reno's pro bono. Days blurred, hammering, painting, Elena's gratitude thawing to hugs. You're all right, she conceded. Crisis bonded, but exhaustion frayed. One night, post-closure, wine loosened tongues. Missed this chaos, Jordan said, arm around me. Elena eyed us. Don't screw it. Promise, he echoed. Repair funded by insurance, but emotional toll lingered. Elena dated casual, a brewer named Finn, steady without flash. Learning boundaries, she said. My show toured, Portland next, Buzz building. Jordan joined opening, suit sharp, pride swelling my chest. My artist, he toasted, gallery lights warm. Post-party, hotel sheets tangled urgent, his body arching, moans echoing off mirrors. Forever, he gasped. Step by step, I breathed, heart full. Winter hinted, chill neeping. Holiday plans, Elena's shop tree trimming, Mom's recipes revived. Jordan's family visited, conservative aunt from Spokane, side-eyes at us. Close friends, she probed. More, he said firm, hand in mine. She softened eventual, over pie. New Year's Eve, Space Needle fireworks boomed. We watched from Kerry Park, city sprawled. Resolution, he asked. Trust the curve, I said, Mom's echo. His kiss sealed, deep and sure. But spring unearthed old roots. A letter arrived, Theo's firm, lawsuit threat over stolen designs. Jordan paled. Bluff. But it'll drag. Stress mounted, meetings, lawyers, sleep evading. I held him through nightmares, whispering, we've got this. Elena rallied too, fight dirty if needed. Trial loomed summer, but unity fortified. In the eye, love deepened, quiet mornings, shared sketches, bodies synced like tides. One eve, post-argument over timelines, you're shutting me out, makeup was raw, tears mixing, thrusts forgiving. Sorry, he panted. Scared of losing. Won't, I vowed. Healing cycled, but stronger. Elena's shop expanded, patio, live music. She met Finn's family, nerves I soothed. You're brave, I told her. Learned from best. Pride weekend, we marched, Jordan sign, build love, not walls. Elena cheered sidelines, rainbow face paint. Night after party haze, his hand in mine felt eternal. Yet climax brewed, Theo's deposition, lie spilling. Jordan pursued me, stole ideas in bed. Smear campaign. Rage boiled. Courtroom tense, judge skeptical. Jordan testified steady, professional collab. Nothing more. My support, notes in his pocket, truth wins. Verdict cleared him, settlement minor. Relief crashed, bar crawl, shots toasting. Free, he yelled, lifting me. Home, passion peaked, slow, worshipful, his release shuddering with sobs. You saved me. We saved us. Summer solstice, we escaped, cabin in the Cascades, pines whispering. Days hiked, nights fireside stories. Marry me, he asked, stars above, ring simple, compass etched. Heart soared. Yes. But wait, Elena's call, come home. Now. Urgency chilled. Drive back frantic, details scant, accident. Finn. Hospital again, Finn stable, broken leg from bike crash. Elena paced, wrecked. Slippery road. My fault, pushed for ride. We held her, Jordan fetching tea. Breathe, he said. He's tough. Crisis minor, but reminder, fragility. Back settled, engagement news dropped gentle. Elena teared, happy for you. Really? Wedding plans sketched, small, beachside, sound views. Mom's photo on mantle. Autumn waned, leaves falling like confetti. One night, storm raging, Jordan held me. Scared. Terrified. But ready. Love, we'd learned, was storm and sun, enduring. Engagement settled like dew on Seattle's evergreens, fresh and fleeting, promising growth if tended right. Jordan and I dove into plans with the fervor of architects and artists, venue scouting along the Olympic Peninsula, where waves crashed like applause, menus blending Elena's coffee roasts with his mom's tamales. Inclusive, he insisted, our tribes mingled. My tribe, Lila the therapist, gallery pals, his firm colleagues, a queer mentor from college who'd become the uncle we both needed. Elena's reaction evolved from teary hugs to playful jabs, don't elope without me, gladiator. Finn healed quick, their bond deepening, proposing over her shop's new latte art class. Double weddings teased, but we opted separate, their spring, ours fall, a seasonal handover. Work balanced the whirl. My series expanded, commissions for queer nonprofits, lines evoking resilience. Jordan's builds gained eco awards, his name in journals. Evenings, we'd unwind on the balcony, city hum below, plotting vows. No, obey, I teased. Only build, he countered, lips brushing my temple. But undercurrents stirred. Theo's shadow, though legal vanquished, whispered via Industry Tea, a podcast where he griped betrayal, thinly veiled. Jordan brushed it, noise. Yet nights, he'd pace, bourbon in hand. What if it taints us? Won't, I'd say, pulling him down. Lovemaking anchored, tender, then fierce, his body yielding secrets, the spot below his ear that drew gasps, the way he'd whisper Spanish endearments mid-thrust. Elena's shop hit milestone, year one, block party with food trucks and fiddlers. Finman Grill, her in apron directing chaos. Jordan and I bartended, mixing mules, laughter easy. A tipsy patron flirted overt, cute couple. How'd you meet? Through heartbreak, Jordan said, arm around me. Truth laced light. Mid-party, Elena pulled us aside. Mom would love this. All of it. Tears pricked. She does, I said, group hug ceiling. Fall crept golden, leaves carpeting queen and streets. Wedding suit fittings, me in slim charcoal, him in navy, ties mismatched rainbows. Photographer booked, cinematic, I focused, like my portrait prompt long ago. Bachelorette fused, Elena's girls' night morphed hours, karaoke in Capitol Hill, belting show tunes till hoarse. Jordan's voice cracked on a defying gravity, mine on I dreamed a dream. Home, buzzed and bare, we collapsed giggling. Best man, he slurred. You, I murmured, hand trailing down. Slow burn ignited, bodies sinking lazy, climax's soft sighs. Rehearsal dinner at the loft, families blended, mom's tablecloth starched. His aunt, once wary, toasted, to love that bends, not breaks. Elena spoke next, Max taught me forgiveness. Jordan, you're family now. Cheers, but her eyes held depths, lingering ache. Honeymoon sketched, Amalfi, cliffs and limoncello. Sketch me there, he said. Every day. But betrayal's echo resurface subtle. A client dinner, Jordan late, excused traffic. Phone buzzed, Deleted text from an unknown, miss our late nights. T. Heart plummeted. Confrontation brewed homeward. Who? I demanded, door slamming. Old colleague. Harmless. Harmless like Theo? Voice rose, rare fracture. He deflated. Jealousy's poison, maximum trust or trust? After history. Tears hot. I'm trying. But slips become chasms. He pulled me close, fight dissolving to kisses, desperate. Bed claimed us rough, pinning wrists, bites marking claim, release a roar of mine. After, whispers, no more shadows. Vow. Vow, I echoed, fragile. Wedding dawn broke misty, Olympic shore lap gentle. Elena adjusted my boutonniere, orchid nod to mom's garden. Nervous? Excited. Truth. Finn walked her to seat, Jordan at altar, ocean backdrop, efficient a drag queen friend, glam and grounding. Vows exchanged, mine, you drew me from hiding, built our home in heart. His, your eyes guide my compass. Forever north. Ring slid, simple bands etched coordinates, our first kiss spot. Kiss sealed, salt tanged, cheers erupting. Elena teared, hugging post-ceremony, perfect. Reception tent glowed lanterns, band playing indie soul. Dances blurred, father-daughter stand-in with Finn for Elena, me and Jordan slow under stars. Husband, he breathed, hand low on back. Love it. Crisis struck midnight, storm rolled, tent flapping wild. Power flickered, guests huddled. Jordan rallied, generators, calm directives. Elena laughed mid-chaos, typical us. Drama queens. Cleared eventual, but adrenaline lingered. Honeymoon flight delayed, we hold in beach cabin, waves crashing fury. Fitting end, he said, stripping me slow. Night unfolded epic, oral worship till knees buckled, positions testing limits, cries lost to thunder. Dawn, sated, he proposed toast, to storms we weather. Amalfi dazzled, Positano's pastel cliffs, Pasta al Limwan, sketches of him bronzed against azure. Days wandered ruins, nights balcony lovemaking, Mediterranean breeze cooling skin. This is us, he said, tracing my ring. Eternal. Back, reality layered. Elena's wedding spring, vineyard in Woodinville, vines budding promise. I bestmanned, speech heartfelt, sis, you rose from ashes. Finn's lucky. Tears flowed, Jordan squeezed my hand under table. Their honeymoon Hawaii, ours glow sustained. Joint life synced, his builds incorporating my art, loft expanded to 2-bedroom, nursery teas for future. But human cracks widened. Jordan's firm pressured, overseas gig, Tokyo, 6 months. Career peak, he urged. We manage. Doubt gnawed. Distance again. Video, visits. Stronger now. Reluctant yes, but nights pre-departure, sex clung urgent, marathon sessions, every angle mapped, his seed marking inside as mine. He left autumn, airport kiss lingering. Calls daily, site updates, miss your body sexts. I thrived solo, gallery in LA, Elena's shop collab event. Midway, fracture, late call, slurred. Drinks with team. Love you. But Instagram glimpse, him arm in arm with colleague, too close. Paranoia texted, who? Work bro relax. Unrelaxed, I spiraled, Elena's ear, talk it out. Don't bottle. Confrontation video, tears streamed. Patterns, Jordan. Scared. He softened. Flying home weekend. Face to face. Visit healed temporary, airport reunion passionate, hotel haste before home. No more, he vowed, thrusting deep. Only us. Return eased, but seed planted. Therapy joint, communication bridges, Lila coached. Winter solstice, we hosted, Elena's twins announced, surprise. Aunt Max, she joked. Celebration swelled hope. Spring bloomed Elena's babe, but our crisis-crested summer, Tokyo extension, irreplaceable. Fight exploded, choose. I yelled. Can't abandon, he countered. Abandoning us? Door slammed, he stayed abroad. Weak silence, Elena mediating, space, but fight for it. I did, flight booked, surprise visit. Tokyo neon assaulted, skyscrapers slicing night, his hotel sleek. He opened door shocked, then crushed embrace. You came. Always. Bed claimed reconciliation, slow undress, oral tender, penetration soul-bearing. Sorry, he gasped with each rock. Choose you. Extension cut, return permanent. Healing deepened, couples retreat in the San Juans, kayaks and bonfires, vows renewed casual. Curves, we toasted. Fall marked year wed, vow renewal micro, beach same, Elena officiating. Love evolves, she said. Night after, lovemaking sacred, tantric edges, peaks delayed, union profound. Humanity's lesson, betrayal's scar fades, not erases. We bore it, stronger. Elena's babes arrived twins, a boy-girl, named after mom's favorites. Godparent duties bonded. My art peaked, book deal, illustrations queer tales. Jordan's firm greenlit family leave policy, his push. One eve, balcony stargazing, kids, he asked. Soon. Hand on belly dream. Life's arc bent gentle, storms past, sun abiding. The rhythm of our married life settled into a melody I'd only half-dared hum, mornings with Jordan's coffee breath against my neck, his architect's precision folding eggs just so, evenings where my sketches sprawled across the dining table, his red pen adding structural whimsy. Seattle season cycled reliable, winter's slate skies yielding to spring's riot of rhododendrons, Elena's twins, Lila and Theo, irony noted, gurgling through teething phases that had us aunt-uncling with midnight bottle runs. Your naturals, she teased, handing off a fussy bundle during park picnics in Green Lake, Finn grilling veggie skewers while we cooed. But beneath the harmony, dissonance hummed low. Jordan's Tokyo scar, though cauterized, left phantom itches, late-night scrolls through his phone when sleep fled, rationalizing every unread message as team ping. He'd catch me, pull close, eyes only for you. Proof in actions, surprise weekends in the San Juans, where we'd hike to lighthouses and make love in dew-damp tents, his body a map I'd redrawn 1,000 times. Career pinnacles intertwined. My book launched fall, Horizons Bent, a graphic memoir of grief, betrayal, queer becoming, signings at Elliott Bay, fans sharing stories that cracked me open. Your eyes in the portraits, one said, they see the hurt and hope. Jordan beamed front row, later whispering, that's us. His firm innovated, modular homes for LGBTQ+ youth shelters, my designs on facades. Groundbreaking in Tacoma, ribbon cut with rainbow shears, Elena snapping photos. Empires, she said, arm-linked mine. Family expanded subtle, adopting a rescue mutt, Jasper, all floppy ears and loyalty, who wedged between us on couch nights, Jordan's hand absently stroking fur while we binged The White Lotus, ironic escapes. Elena's life bloomed parallel, shop chainlet budding, second location in Fremont, Finn's brewery collab, IPAs named sibling brew. Twins toddled, her exhaustion masked by fierce joy. Motherhood's the real build, she confessed over wine, post-bedtime. Tired, but full. We leaned in, date night swapped for triple playdates, Jordan pushing swings while I sketched cherub cheeks. Yet conflict brewed insidious. A new colleague at his firm, Alex, mid-30s, sharp-suited with a Harvard drawl and shared alma mater stories. Harmless at first, group texts, team wins. Then dinners, client schmooze, Jordan home late, cologne faint but foreign. Doubt flickered. Who's Alex, casual over breakfast? Senior partner. Grooming me for lead. Pride in his grin. Nodded, but gut twisted. Therapy check-in, Lila probed, triggers or truth? Both, I admitted. History haunts. Jordan sensed, overcompensated, flowers random, sex initiated fervent. One morning, shower steam cloaking, he dropped to knees, mouth hot and insistent, water cascading as I bucked release. See, he murmured after, soapy hands roaming. Only want this. Believed, mostly. Elena's chain opening coincided with our anniversary, 5 years wed, a milestone marked quiet, oyster bar in Pike Place, then home where he blindfolded me, leading to bed-strewn petals. Lovemaking unfolded sensory, feathers teasing, ice cubes tracing nipples, his tongue mapping till I begged. Penetration slow, eyes locked, vows murmured mid-thrust, endless. Post-glow, ring twisting, kid soon. Soon. Smile, but clock ticked. Autumn storms raged, mirroring inner. Alex's promotion overlapped Jordan's, joint project, travel to NYC for pitches. Week max, he promised, packing. Elena hosted send-off barbecue, twin smearing sauce. Don't schmooze too hard, she winked. NYC calls crackled excited, nailed the deck. But midweek, a photo slipped, group dinner, Alex's arm casual on his shoulder, captions a dynamic duo. Texted, close. Work pose. Miss you. Unease settled. Solo nights, Jasper curled foot, I sketched storms, dark swirls, anchors fraying. Return airport reunion, hug tight, but his eyes distant. Jet lag, excuse. Bed that night, bodies aligned but minds adrift, missionary mechanical, climax dutiful. Love you, he said. Love you. Echo hollow. Distance grew micro, forgotten errands, sighs at my overthinking. Elena noticed over lunch, fight brewing. Not fighting. Drifting. Talk. Like we did. Confrontation simmered dinner, salmon, my catch. Alex, more than work. Flinch. What? No. Why? The photo. The late calls. Sigh heavy. Jealous is back. Trust, maximum. Trust earned daily. Voice steady, but tears brimmed. He softened, pulling close. Sorry. Stressed. Projects intense. Makeup sex ignited, kitchen counter urgent, his hands bruising hips, my nails scoring back as he drove deep, grunts mingling with forgive. Release shattered, but morning light revealed cracks, his phone, charging, notification, Alex, can't wait for Chicago. You plus me equals magic. World tilted. Confronted calm, explain. Flirty banter. Harmless. He's straight, married. Doubt it. Heart iced. History repeats. No. Denial fierce. You're my everything. But seed sprouted, space requested. Think, I said, crashing Elena's. She held me through sobs, betrayals his pattern. Not yours. Days blurred, work autopilot, sketches dark, broken compasses. Jordan texted please, home. Please. Elena's counsel, boundaries or bust. Return tentative, dinner neutral, ground rules. No solo trips with him. Transparency. Agreed, but eyes evaded. Project Chicago loomed, he went, I stayed. Call sparse, excuses piling. Elena's ear, protect heart. Mid-trip, bomb, mutual friend text, saw Jordan plus Alex at bar. Cozy. Flight booked impulse, a hair arrival, cab to lounge. They out them, boothed him, heads close, Alex's hand on knee. Froze. Backed out unseen, tears blinding. Hotel room booked, dawn flight home. Home, devastation, loft suffocating, Jasper whining. Elena arrived, packing bag, stay with me. Twins need uncle stories. Days cocooned, her couch, babes distractions, Finn stews. Therapy crisis, betrayed again. Why me? Not you, Lila said. He's unhealed. Jordan's calls flooded. Where? Worried. Blocked. Elena mediated, come clean or lose. Confession call, me on speaker, caught you. Done. Silence shattered, mistake. Kiss, nothing. Panic, old habits. Always habits. Click. Fallout tsunami, divorce papers drafted, assets split fair. Elena support iron, you're enough. Grief cycled, rage runs along waterfront, sobs in showers, art pouring cathartic, series shattered vows, raw and red. Gallery show sold out, critics hailing brave vulnerability. Jordan attended incognito, back row tears. Post, note, proud. Sorry. Healing for me. Ignored, but softened edge. Elena's twins' birthday, chaos joy, cake-frosted faces. Jordan dropped gift, awkward wave. Uncle Jay, Lila lisped, hugging. Heart tugged. Months turned, solo travel Italy, sketching Colosseums, lovers hand in hand. Journaled, love self first. Return empowered, loft refreshed, colors bold. Dating paused, grindry deleted, focus inward. Jordan resurfaced spring, coffee plea. Changed. Therapy, boundaries. Alex fired, harassment claim. Listen neutral. Good. But us? Friends? If possible. Nodded. Possible. Rebuild glacial, park walks with Jasper, talks deep, his growth, my boundaries. Elena vetted, slow. Protect. Attraction simmered, unacted. One eve, rain lashing, he lingered porch. Miss you. Miss us. Kiss barked, pulled back. Not yet. Patience his vow. Summer solstice, Elena's chain third shop, celebration gala. Jordan attended, suit sharp, toast, to Elena, builder of dreams. Danced platonic, but heat lingered. Post-party, my place, wine to confessions. Still love, he said. Still do. Surrender, clothes shed deliberate, bodies relearning, oral reverent, entry gentle, rhythms synced soulful. Climax wept, home. Morning, talk, counseling first. Then try. Agreed. Healing layered, joint sessions, trust rebuilt brick by brick. Vacations tested, Bainbridge ferry picnics, no shadows. Fall marked recommit, no papers, rings redonned casual. Second curve, he said. Elena's babes walked, her empire grew. Our life wove richer, adoption talks, art build collabs. Betrayal's lesson, love human, flawed, forgivable if grown. One night, stars clear, balcony embrace, ready for forever 2.0. Always was. Kiss sealed, future bright. Recommitment felt like repotting a resilient fern, roots teased free from old soil, replanted in richer earth, tentative shoots probing light. Jordan and I navigated with deliberate care, weekly therapy check-ins where Lila mediated like a gentle referee, unpacking his habitual escapes and my anticipatory wounds. Growth isn't linear, she'd remind, handing tissues after breakthroughs. Evenings, we'd cook, his mole poblano over my risotto experiments, talking dreams without pressure, fostering first, bio later, a home with space for art and blueprints. Elena's world spun vibrant counterpoint, third shop thrived in Capitol Hill, queer hub with poetry slams and adoption drives. Twins Lila and Theo chattered non-stop, her and Finn expecting again, oops, she laughed over ultrasound pics. Family explosion. We hosted baby showers hybrid, Jordan assembling cribs while I painted murals, whimsical forests where animals held hands. Social circles expanded intentional, joined a queer men's group in Fremont, circles sharing stories under string lights. Jordan opened there, voice steady, betrayed trust, learned accountability. Applause warmed, my pride swelled quiet. Career arcs intertwined seamless, my book toured nationally, panels on queer narratives in visuals, Jordan guesting on design ethics. Joint TEDx invite, building invisible walls, drew crowds. Our unstage banter electric, hands brushing podium. Intimacy rebuilt layered, date nights at the stranger's speakeasy, just humming as fingers laced, home rituals where he'd draw baths, eucalyptus steam cloaking slow undress, body soaking till prunes set in, then bed where foreplay stretched hours, massage oils gliding, edging till pleas broke. Penetration evolved communicative, here, he'd check, adjusting angles, my gasps guiding. Orgasms shared, synchronized, afterglow talks on stars. But humanity's mess intruded inevitable. Foster certification dragged, home visits probing, old emails unearthed from divorce draft era. Social workers' brow furrowed, relationship volatility. Jordan tensed, I exhaled truth, past storms. Current calm. Cleared eventual, first placement, teen boy, Riley, 16, all sharp edges and guarded eyes, outed by foster fam, bounced thrice. Arrival awkward, duffel clutched, Jasper sniffing curious. Cool dog, he muttered. We eased, no lectures, just space, his room with my sketches, Jordan's model kits. Nights, kitchen talks over pizza, architecture's puzzles, Jordan said. Life too. Riley thawed slow, art classes with me, where charcoals vented rage, hikes with Jordan, summits yielding views that loosen tongues. Scared of hurting you, he confessed once, trailed us kicking. Scared too, I admitted. But try anyway. Elena's twins adored cousin Riley, playdates chaotic joy. Her pregnancy swelled, cravings raiding our fridge, pickles and ice cream, again. Finn joked, your turn next. Wink shared. Crisis crested autumn, Riley's bio mom surfaced, rehabbed, custody bid. Court loomed, his panic palpable, don't want change. We rallied, lawyers, therapy, family meetings. Elena testified, stable here. Love. Hearing tense, judge's gavel, continued placement, monitored. Relief party at her shop, cupcakes, toasts. Riley hugged fierce, thanks, dads. Word hit, tears pricked. Post, home quiet, Jordan and I collapsed couch. We did good, he whispered. Made better. Kiss deepened, hands roaming grateful. Bed claimed celebratory, Riley asleep, us urgent, his mouth on me voracious, my turn reciprocating till jaws ached, then missionary deep, rock sinking with heartbeats. Release whispered family. Winter holidays fused, his Spokane kin thawing to full embrace, aunt baking empanadas, Elena's brood overflowing bungalow. Tree trimming marathon, ornaments clinking memories, mom's angel atop. New Year's, rooftop Belltown, countdown cheers, his happier ceiling lips. Spring birthed Elena's third, boy, River, colic king. Sleepless auntie shifts, Jordan rocking while I brewed tea. Village, we murmured. Foster evolved, Riley's junior year, prom nerves. Jordan suit shopped, I tie knotted. Date, shy classmate, post-dance debrief, kissed. Cool. Pride swelled. Our turn beckoned, fertility consults, IUI trials. Hopes dashed first rounds, negative sticks mocking. Grief cycled, Elena's shoulder, timing. Jordan's hand held, path, not race. Summer solstice, breakthrough, positive faint. Ultrasounds confirmed, singleton, due winter. Our build, he teared, kissing bump. Pregnancy wove wonder, kicks under palms, names brainstormed, Alex for strength, no, Sage for wisdom. Art bloomed maternal, sketches of bellies, queer paternities. Elena's chain fourth shop, Seattle proper, flagship. Gala grand, Riley emceeing awkward charm. Toast, to blood and chosen. After, home haze, nausea hit, but joy buffered. Fall storms, bump growing. Jordan's firm sabbatical, present. Crisis minor, Riley's rebellion, grade slip, first love heartbreak. Grounded talks, his room stormed. Feel trapped. Free to feel, Jordan said. But school foundation. Mediated eventual, trust mended over burgers. Thanksgiving, tables groaned, Elena's quartet, our impending. Mom's recipes honored, toasts to absent. Winter Eve, contractions teased false, panic call to doula. Breathe, she coached. True labor solstice night, stars witness. Hospital blur, Jordan's grip, Elena's pep talks via video. Push culminated dawn, cry piercing, boy Sage Elias Hale Reyes, 7 pounds, hazel eyes mirroring his. Held first, tiny fist clutching, perfect. Homecoming cocoon, Riley big brother proud, Jasper gentle. Nights fragmented, but love stitched. Elena's visit, Minimax adorable. Jordan's gaze, our miracle. Parenthood reshaped, diapers daisy-chained, Sage coos sinking lullabies. Art paused, but sketches cribside, his lashes, our hands. Spring thawed, Sage firsts, roll, giggle. Riley graduated, college scholarship, architecture, Jordan's grin wide. Our recommit deepened, anniversary vow tweak, through builds and breaks. Elena's empire stabilized, focus family, river toddling, twin schooling. One eve, park bench, Sage napping carrier, betrayals behind, Jordan said. Lessons ahead. Kiss soft, future vast. Humanity's grace, love, mended, multiplies. Sage's infancy unfolded like a slow-blooming camellia, petals of exhaustion and ecstasy unfurling in tandem. Nights blurred into feeds and burps, Jordan and I trading shifts like sentinels, his 2 a.m. rockings humming old Spanish folk tunes, my dawn changes with Jasper underfoot, tail wagging hopeful. Mornings, coffee brewed strong, we'd collapse on the kitchen floor, Sage between us gurgling at mobiles I'd spun from driftwood and beads. Look at him, Jordan would murmur, tracing tiny knuckles. Our design. Elena's brood provided chorus, twins Lila and Theo zooming tricycles in the loft, River stacking blocks into wobbly towers while she chased, belly laugh echoing. Auntie Army, she dubbed our playdates at Discovery Park, picnics under madronas where Sage napped in shaded slings. Finn grilled, beers cracked, to the queers raising hell right. Toasts clinked, but her eyes held depths, postpartum shadow she'd confide later, over decaf, joys loud, but doubt whispers. You? Whispers back, we're enough. Hugs lingered, sibling shorthand. Riley's college launch marked threshold, dorm drop-off in Pullman, WSU crimson everywhere. Hugs fierce at car, proud, kid, Jordan said, voice thick. Build big. Learned from best. Wink my way. Empty nest pang hit homeward drive, radio crooning indie melancholy. Quiet now, I noted. Jordan's hand squeezed thigh. Room for more. Sage firsts punctuated, crawl across rug to Jasper's toy, word, DA, splitting us beaming. Gallery reached, parenthood series, tiny architectures, intimate frames of milky mouths and tangled limbs. Opening intimate, Sage in carrier, Jordan fielding admirers, the muse. Reviews lauded tender revolution. Book 2 contracted, foster tales, Riley's consent earned. Jordan sabbatical waned, return phased, hybrid builds, eco-villages near Olympia. Commutes short, evenings hours, Sage bathed, storytime with where the wild things are, then bed where we'd reclaim, lights dim, Sage monitor humming, bodies whispering quiet, side-lying spoons, his entry gentle, rocks lulling to shared sighs. Missed this, he'd breathe post, fingers tracing ink. Always here. Elena's fourth shop stabilized, but pivot whispered, family sabbatical, travel with babes. Euro gap year, she mused over brunch, twins finger-painting menus. Jealous, I laughed. Send postcards. Her gaze sharpened, join? Summer swap, watch our crew, we mind Sage. Tempted, but anchors first. Human frailties surfaced soft. Jordan's old aunt passed, Spokane funeral, conservative kin murmuring lifestyle under breath. He returned hollow, dad's ghost, disapproval eternal. Held him through sobs, your life's masterpiece. They see shadows. Therapy unearthed, grief layers, Lila noted. Peel kind. Elena's kin crisis, Finn's dad, dementia creeping, care burden heavy. Balancing act, she vented, river on hip. We stepped in, date nights covered, twins schooled virtual. Summer solstice, Elena's swap actualized, they jetted Portugal, we herded octet, chaos symphony, laughed aloud. Sage thrived cousin chaos, Riley visiting weekends with laundry excuses. Uncle duty, he'd quip, burping river. Jordan and I stole moments, park benches, Sage napping, kisses stolen. This, full, he said. Fall beckoned harvest, Sage weaned, solids messy joy. My exhibit toured, Vancouver, fans crossing borders. Jordan tagged, Sage in backpack, bilingual babble charming crowds. Crisis gentle, Sage fever spike, ER-midnight. Pediatric and calm, virus. Hydrate. Waiting room vigil, Jordan's head on shoulder, scared. Team. Held through. Cleared dawn, home cocooned. Elena's return, tales of azulejos, babe sunburned rosy. Your turn, go. We did, Amalfi redux, Sage in carrier, cliffs rekindled. Pastor Al-Limwan, his sketchbook open, our trio, waves crashing. Nights, in balcony, Sage between, but post-tuck, terrace tryst, standing press against rail, his hand muffling moans, release starlet. Family, he panted. Winter holidays amplified, joint feast, tables groaning tamales and turkey, kids chorus caroling off-key. Mom's angel twinkled, Dad's hat hung festive. New Year's, rooftop redux, toasts to evolutions. Spring surged, Sage toddled, first steps to Elena's shop counter, patrons cooing. Riley's internship, Jordan's firm, cycle complete. Our expansion, second babe consults, IVF whispers. Hopes cautious, tests promising. Elena's fifth, girl, Willow, arriving summer, brood quintet. Queen, we toasted hospital. Parenthood's depth plumbed, Sage's tantrums testing patience, Jordan's travel itch curbed. Home's the build, he vowed. Art wove, Book 2 launched, Riley's forward roar. Signings with Sage on lap, Jordan beaming. Climax subtle, anniversary 10, decade marker. Vow renewal micro, beach, Sage ring bearer wobbly, Elena officiating, love's not endpoint. Horizon. Vows is mine, you mended my fractures, built our skyline. His, your heart's my north. Eternal curve. Rings refreshed, kiss salt kissed. Reception bonfire, Esmore's, story swapped. Riley toasted, Dad's taught resilience. Tears collective. Night after, cabin escape, Sage with Elena, us alone, rediscover raw. Wine to wrestle, bodies fervent, oral marathon, 69 tangle, then reverse cowgirl wild, his hands guiding hips till peaks crash tandem. Forever, gasped. Postglow, stars, more chapters. Humanity's arc stumbles to strides, love's patient draft. Years blurred montage, babes growing, Sage schoolbound, sibling juniper IVF born, red curls fierce. Elena's empire school's kin, foster network bloomed. Riley wed college love, us walking aisle. Grey threaded temples, but eyes held fire, his hazel, my haunted. Balcony eve, grand babes echoes distant, regrets. None. You? Chose right. Kiss, enduring. Life's close, not end, but ellipsis, love story, ongoing.